we go. Day 3, the last day of Tulsa Tough, Crybaby Hill, the famous Crybaby Hill. I was very excited for this race, obviously going off of sketchy body fitness, whatever you want to call it, but I wanted to just go all in, give it my all, get towards the front and just maybe attack, and since I feel like I can only last 15-20 minutes, I might as well go as hard as possible for those 15-20 minutes. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to the beauty that is Crybaby Hill. Listen to that crowd. I mean, wow, I still get goosebumps. I'm speechless. There's nothing like this in the United States, especially since Red Hood Crit hasn't been around. The crowds, the atmosphere that happens in this Crybaby Hill race is quite iconic, and something that I would recommend every racer experiences at least once in their life. So again, 125 plus riders in this race. Had a solid start, and like I said, I just want to move up, be towards the front, and do Crybaby Hill at the front of a 1-2 race, because why not, right? So the course, as you saw, we go up the hill, then we go down it on this side, and then there's this very tight right corner onto the finish straight that most people, it took them a couple laps to figure it out. And then there's the finish straight, just about 150 meters after that turn. This is lap 1. We're about to get into lap 2 here, and I'm probably 10th wheel, feeling like I could move up. I mean, honestly, it's hard to explain, but the crowd in that hill just gives you like 50 extra watts. It's just, oh no, that was it's crazy, but that was a bad measurement on my side. I thought I was like 10th wheel. That was more like 20th. I'm getting to 10th wheel. So here's the hill one more time. Every time we go over the hill, I'm gonna raise the volume a little bit so that you guys get to listen to this. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna stop trying to explain it. I hope this footage does it justice. It just makes you want to go fast. I mean, that's a pretty steep hill, and you guys saw how fast we were going. I see a gap forming here, and since my plan was to be towards the front, I was like, screw it, and just sent it on this little dip as we go into this other little uphill that we have before the big downhill. So I catch these guys right before the downhill as they're bridging to the front 3 or 4, and yeah, 2 laps in, I see the front, and I'm thinking, what could happen, you know? Because in most of these races, at least on days 1 and 2, there were preems of cash towards the beginning of the race. So I started thinking, well, I could always just go for a preem in the first preem of the race, which would be a few $100s, and then I'm getting dropped anyway, so might as well, right? So that was kind of my thought, being in lap 2 here, as I was close to the front, and I obviously didn't want to just go to the front to pull for no reason. I wanted to have, you know, a purpose in going to the front. So at this point, I am 5th wheel, as we're about to tackle the hill for the 3rd time. Yeah, so there's 3 guys ahead of me. I'm 4th. Here we go. Onto Crybaby Hill for the 3rd time, and I'm moving up. Got a really good start onto the hill. Big chain ring, big crowd, and it just pushes you. I mean, I'm leading the group. The screams, the cheers, there's just nothing like it, honestly. So yeah, lap 3, 3rd wheel pretty much. The guy from Rides Bikes, I believe, gets a little bit of a gap here. And this might have been the preem lap, or the one after is. Let's see if there's a bell as we go through the well, it's too fast. But I believe this is the preem lap. $200 were at stake. I just stick on this guy's wheel and hope that he bridges to those two guys that are out front. We don't catch them, obviously, as you saw. And as we go into lap 5 here, my legs start feeling it. I mean, it's been just over, I don't know, I want to say close to 15 minutes. You see Jason Price from Legion there on the left, keeping the pace high. I'm doing still high 300s, 300 something watts, and the whole group is coming. Don't know if you heard that. What are you doing? It was probably towards me. Yeah, just going towards the back. But, you know, I followed my plan. I tried to be at the front and go for that first preem. It didn't happen, and now I'm just using the course to drift back. There's 120 something riders that have to pass me. Here, right on my left is Mike, who is also coached by my coach, Iman. And yeah, so I would guess that at this point I'm probably, I don't know, halfway through the group. I'm able to recover a bit, and the goal at this point is to get as much energy saved so that I can use it on the hill. So you have a couple minutes where there's this downhill, there's the straightaway, there's that little bump before that you can save quite a lot of energy, especially if you're just following a good line. And then hopefully there's enough energy left when you get to the hill to do the hill. So that was my plan from here onwards. And lap 5, I was hoping I could last a few more. Moved up to lap 8 here as I get a solid push onto the group, and for some reason everyone just starts sending it. You see I'm doing over 500 watts, which is more than we've done really anytime going up this hill. And now I'm officially at the back of the group. I am officially the last guy in the group was just doing over 400 watts, 300s, and getting dropped. The crowd helped, but it didn't help enough. The guy here on my left who raced in Athens or in Georgia when I did Speed Week, you guys might recognize him. Great guy. And honestly, it was nice that we kind of got dropped at the same time, because we got to work together for a while. You see I skipped to lap 10 here, where him and I, and actually another guy that joined us, just keep working together as we hit the hill for the 10th time. At this point, we're just not just working together, but enjoying the crowd. I mean, look at this. We get to enjoy some high fives. Some questionable liquids were thrown onto us. And now we just keep pushing the pedals, waiting for the motorcycle to tell us that the group is coming and we've had enough fun. So yeah, 3 of us. We're pretty cooked. I'm pretty cooked. You can see the guy in front of me is pretty cooked. He opens a little gap to the guy in front of him. And yeah, so before we skip ahead one more time, I just want to show you guys the downhill one more time, where you know, we've done this 10 times. It's a very tight right turn before the finish line, and I hadn't seen any crashes yet, which is great. You know, people are being careful, but I think that when people get really tired, it's just not the same. You start being a little more relaxed, and maybe don't pay as much attention to what you're doing. And yeah, let's just see what happens on this last corner on lap 10 of this secondary group on the road. Just yeah, slipped. I think he just leaned a little too much or something. But yeah, his day was done. The guy behind him, I think, waited for the group and rejoined a lap behind. I went still by myself for another lap or two until I got pulled and got to enjoy the hill by myself one last time. High fives, screaming, just me, the crowd, and the hill.
Your family was a poor choice to wear.
Great comments out here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.